After finally admitting their feelings, Sade and Leo thought nothing could break them, until one secret threatened everything they built. Despite their happiness, Sade worried about returning to Nigeria after the program. Long-distance relationships sounded painful and uncertain. Leo tried reassuring her, but privately he shared the same fears. The closer they became, the more terrifying separation felt. Exams approached quickly, forcing Sade to balance studies with rehearsals. Exhaustion made her irritable and stressed. Leo supported her by bringing food during study sessions and encouraging her during difficult moments. His quiet care reminded Sade why she trusted him so deeply. The competition organizers announced that the winning team would tour several African countries performing their project. The opportunity could launch Leo's music career and Sade's writing dreams. Excitement spread quickly, but so did pressure. Suddenly, winning became more important than ever. A disagreement about performance details escalated badly. Sade accused Leo of becoming too focused on impressing judges instead of telling authentic stories. Leo snapped back, frustrated by constant criticism. Hurt once again, they left rehearsal separately the night before finals. A mirror reminded Sade that pride could destroy meaningful relationships. Leo's best friend similarly warned him that love required compromise. After reflecting alone, both realized fear and pressure were controlling their emotions. Neither wanted another pointless fight. The next morning, Leo surprised Sade with breakfast and a handwritten apology note. Sade laughed softly and forgave him immediately. Together, they promised that no competition would matter more than their relationship. The emotional conversation strengthened their bond before the biggest performance of their lives. The auditorium overflowed with students, teachers, and judges. Nervous energy filled the air as teams prepared backstage. When Sade and Leo finally stepped onto the stage, everything else disappeared. Their performance blended poetry, music, and dance into a powerful celebration of African unity and love. By the final line of Sade's poem, many audience members were crying. Leo's emotional guitar solo brought the entire auditorium to its feet. Thunderous applause echoed long after they left the stage. Holding hands backstage, both realized they had created something unforgettable together. The judges delayed announcing winners until the next evening, leaving students restless with anticipation. Sade and Leo spent the night walking quietly along the waterfront. Rather than discussing victory, they talked honestly about their feelings and dreams. For the first time, they imagined building a future together beyond the exchange program. When the results were announced, Sade and Leo's team won first place. Cheers erupted across the auditorium as classmates celebrated wildly. Overcome with emotion, Leo lifted Sade into the air while cameras flashed around them. Their success felt bigger than a trophy, it symbolized everything they had overcome together. Local newspapers and student blogs quickly became fascinated with their partnership. Interviews, photo shoots, and invitations flooded their schedules. Though exciting, the sudden attention also created pressure. Sade worried public expectations might damage the genuine connection they shared privately. The tour organizers officially invited them to travel across Africa performing their project. Leo eagerly accepted, but Sade hesitated because of academic responsibilities. Seeing her uncertainty, Leo promised he would support whatever decision she made. His maturity surprised her deeply. As the exchange program neared its end, sadness spread among students preparing to leave Cape Town. Sade packed slowly, dreading goodbye conversations. Leo tried staying positive, but fear showed in his eyes whenever future plans were mentioned. Neither wanted their story to end. Leo received another opportunity to sign with a music company in Johannesburg. Meanwhile, Sade earned an internship offer back in Lagos. Both opportunities represented major dreams, yet accepting them might place thousands of kilometers between them. Difficult decisions waited ahead. One evening, Sade confessed her fear that distance would slowly destroy what they shared. She had seen too many relationships fail because life pulled people apart. Leo held her hands gently and admitted he feared the same thing. Still, he insisted some connections were worth fighting for no matter the obstacles. The students organized farewell parties and emotional gatherings around campus, Everywhere Sade looked held memories connected to Leo. From rehearsal halls to beaches, every corner of Cape Town reminded them of how their rivalry had transformed into love. On their final night together in Cape Town, Leo brought Sade to the same beach where they once shared their fears beside the ocean. Under the stars, he promised their story would not end with goodbye. Sade tearfully promised to believe in them no matter the distance ahead. The airport farewell felt painfully emotional. Sade struggled to hold back tears as boarding time approached. Leo hugged her tightly and whispered that she had changed his life forever. As Sade walked toward security, she realized she was leaving part of her heart behind. Returning to Lagos felt strange after months in Cape Town. Family responsibilities and busy city life quickly surrounded Sade again. Despite the chaos, she and Leo spoke every night through video calls. Though distance hurt, their connection remained strong. Leo's music career began growing rapidly after videos from the competition spread online. Concert invitations and interviews filled his schedule. Though proud of him, Sade sometimes worried success might eventually change him. Insecurity quietly crept into her thoughts. A viral photo showing Leo beside a famous female singer sparked online gossip. Hurt and angry, Sade ignored his calls for several days. Leo eventually flew unexpectedly to Lagos just to explain the misunderstanding in person. Seeing him standing outside her house shocked Sade completely. Leo spent several days exploring Lagos with Sade. He fell in love with the city's energy, food, and music scene. Sade's family initially remained skeptical, but Leo's sincerity slowly won them over. Even her strict mother began softening toward him. One evening, Sade admitted she wanted to create a youth arts foundation supporting talented African students. Leo immediately offered to help through music programs. Together, they realized their dreams aligned more deeply than either had expected. Love was no longer only emotional, it had become purposeful. Despite their happiness, balancing careers, academics, and long-distance communication remained exhausting. Arguments still happened occasionally. However, both had matured enough to handle disagreements with patience and honesty. Their relationship became stronger through every challenge survived together. Months later, Sade and Leo reunited officially for their African performance tour. Crowds across different countries responded emotionally to their story and performance. Traveling together again reminded them why they fell in love in the first place. Every stage felt like another chapter in their shared journey. Their performances inspired many young Africans to embrace unity across cultures. Students approached them constantly, sharing stories about how their project changed perspectives. Sade felt proud knowing her words created real impact, while Leo found deeper meaning in his music than fame alone could provide. During a major concert in Nairobi, Leo surprised Sade by performing a new song written entirely about their journey from enemies to lovers. At the end of the performance, he asked her to remain by his side forever. Overwhelmed with emotion, Sade tearfully said yes as the crowd erupted in cheers. As engagement celebrations spread among friends and family, Sade and Leo discussed building lives that honored both Nigerian and South African traditions. Though challenges still existed, they now faced them as partners completely committed to each other's dreams. Before their wedding, they returned to Cape Town together. Walking through familiar streets filled them with nostalgia. Standing once again in the rehearsal hall where they first argued, both laughed at how far they had come. Their love story had begun through conflict but survived because of understanding. On a beautiful evening overlooking the Cape Town coastline, Sade and Leo celebrated their wedding surrounded by friends from across Africa. Music, poetry, laughter, and culture blended perfectly together. As Leo played guitar while Sade recited the poem that first connected them, both realized their journey had always been bigger than romance alone. Their story became proof that love can rise from differences, unite cultures, and create melodies strong enough to last forever.